team, hope you're well. As requested, we're going to cut out the video today of all the tool bags that we have, give you a little insight, give you if you're starting up or a fully fledged engineer, just have a look how our day-to-day tools work and go from there. Right, this is our main this is the installation tool bag. We use this on day-to-day basis from fitting boilers, any commercial, domestic site bathrooms, anything. So anything go to where we're doing an installation job, we'll whip this bag out again. It's a Stanley open tote bag. It's about 30 quid from Screwfix. It works well for us. Plenty of open space in there for each drop any drills or fittings and stuff in there on site, especially in a block of flats or anything. Drop it in, sling it on the shoulder with the strap. Good and robust, nice and strong, and light to carry as well. We'll start going through the tools again. Pretty standard, you guys will have these. We've got the Rothenberger roll cuts, good cutters, cutting up to 40mm waste. Ratchet system there. Good bit of kit them, use them all the time. Head cutters as well, just for speed and ease of installation, any new build sites, porta cabins, anything that we're working with. Quick way, just cutting away and off we go with that. Following to here, we carry out our Laco slick tight joint thread paste, which is really good stuff. It's on a brush so you don't have to put your finger in, you can just clean it, put it on your fittings, obviously seal the olives, anything like that. Use that in alongside the Loctite 5.5. Again, we don't use PTFE, keep it in the van but fairly Loctite, never no leaks, so that's good. Comes to this little pocket here, it's got a few bits in here. Bolster, never really use that, it's got a bit of a mushroom that now on it, but it never ever gets used to be fair, it's just in there. Filling knife, anything for filling, sealing worktops, internal worktops, with mastic or anything, just that so we don't get it all of our fingers and just cleaning things up in general. Squeeze off tool here. It is actually meant to be used for up to 32mm cold water mains, MDP blue pipe, but we found, we did put a video on the other day on the Instagram channel, we actually use this on Hep2O plastic pipes, so even if we're fitting radiators, capping off cold, hots in properties to save drain downtime and everything, we can squeeze pipes off live, work on them, do our work at this end, open the clamp, release the pipe, saves a lot of time, a lot of downtime that. Spin the bag round here, solvent glue, silicone lubricant spray, again just day-to-day joining pipes and compounds as we need. Spin around this side, what we've got in here. We always keep a couple of push fit caps ranging from 15 to 10mm, 22mm, just in case you're on a job on your own. One of the lads out with us, cut a pipe and you're there, good to go to seal it. A couple of compression caps, just handy little things in there really. Hep2O release keys, I think they range from 10 to 28mm. Again, we use a lot of Hep2O, so they've changed it now. You guys will know that if ever needs to disconnect it, you need these keys to disconnect. Milwaukee tape measure, strong and robust again, good with that one. And just a few metal drill bits in there. Hacksaw, very rarely get shoes now, cutting flues and stuff down, we use a grinder, but the hacksaw's there in case we don't need to cut anything. So we'll come inside the bag now. Standard things, like all Nipexes, you'll see these through the company, Nipexes, Sparko spanners, everything we need there, any installation jobs. Again, if it's a bigger commercial job, we'll get the bigger stuff out, but this broad range of things keeps everything in what we need to do. Pipe formers, bending machine, again, keep them in the bag. Any installation jobs, they're in the bag, good to go. Handy little things like this. Pipe olive removers, again, if on a site, don't need boiler install or anything, change a load of radiator valves, olive removers, nice, quick, simple, effective. On the pipe, squeeze the olive off, pop it off, done with it. Keep a few of these spares as well. We do carry a lot of bathroom suites. These just are 150mm centre straight line. So if we've got a couple of shower installations on, we can pop these in the pipes as you do. Pipes come through there. Fix the pipe, solder them up, and that's our template done. So we keep a couple of them spare. Stanley knife, cleaning pipes up, anything like that. Doesn't need a new blade in, but keep that in a little horse in there. Handy again. I think it's a carpet fitting knife that, but got it given to me when I was an apprentice years ago and I've still got it. Illuras file, smooth, so corrugated there, so 4-inch pipe, file anything down, any metal, copper, anything, it's there if we need it. Barco waste snips, like these ones, push a little button, retracts back automatically, pop it down, do. Again, any electrics on site, decommission anything, snip, away we go. Tin snips here, the old Gilbos, sheet metal, anything like that, if we're cutting lead or anything, cuts through nice and easy, right tool for the right job. This little tool here, I've had this for a few years now, you guys might be familiar with it, but we've got it with a shower. It was fitting a very bespoke nice shower, and it was a big sheet of glass, and you'll have seen along when you fit them you have to put a long rubber seal in. Usually done it in the past trying to put it with a screwdriver, no good because you can mark the shower, end up being a nightmare. This makes it easy, literally putting the shower screen in, put your rubber seal in, just roll it along, push it in, and that pushes it all the way. Again, no damage, so just little tools we picked up over the years then. Go to our screwdriver, not going to pull these out. I've got all these sets in normal tool bags, just a Stanley screwdriver sets there. I think they'll be getting about 30 quid from Screwfix, but they do everything that we need. Handy, like them, everything we need in there. Spid, just a little brush in the bag, keeping the work area clean. You'll have seen from the other video the other day, we like to keep the area clean. Anything on site, just brush up, keep our workstation tidy all the time. Allen key set, just a cheap safe one, like I said, it's installation bag, so it does the job, nice and compact, tidy, whip it out and do anything you need to do. Stanley, boat level, magnetic, handy for towel rails, anything like that. We have got bigger spirit level vans in the set, but keep that on board all the time, just if you need something point of use to use there and then. Monoblock mixer tap spanner installations, again, insulation, bathrooms, anything. You can get them with bands or spanners, but they just make the installation a lot easier. Pop it underneath, tighten it up, away you go. Pad saw, very rarely gets used now, but just in case where, again, any sites, there's a lot of plasterboard to be cutting hatches out or anything. We do tend to use a multi-tool. This is a bit old school, but we keep it just in case. Knocking chisel, again, it's a bit blunt, but it does what we need it to do. Doing heating systems, anything like that, notching the joist out. It's there, we've got it, good robust bit of kit that. Another spanner here, I don't actually know what make it is to be fair. Monument, never ever use it. The only time that gets used is shower fast fixing kits. They're an absolute nightmare to get hold of and fix it back to the wall. So we can adjust this right the way. As that's on maximum open, it grabs the shower and release, shower quick fix kit there. We can hold it and tighten it up. So that's the only reason I've got that in the bag. Again, just experience, that makes the job a lot easier. One of my favourite little tools in this bag, the Marksman. Really handy this. What it does, any tight little spots, basins or anything, you can't get them with your pencil, put that in, green, a little bit of green dot comes on the wall, marks it. When you're done with it, you can wipe it clean so there's no marks left at the end. Bottom of the bag, just a couple little bits, the old rad tail removal tool, Offenberger, wouldn't be anywhere without that. I used to have the old handheld spanner, but again, a lot of waste of time. These are good, just switches over both ways on a quick release like that. Change a lot of rad tails, easy for the leverage and just to get them put in. What else got at the bottom here? Again, just a general little hacksaw, very rarely gets used now. Just got that just in case, anything we need it, can just cut a little bit of metal and anything. I think I've had this, thank God, since I've been an apprentice. S-wing hammer, best hammer I've ever had that. That does everything, it's knocked a few walls and everything that down. So yeah, I think that's a review of the bag, guys. Hope you like it and hope it gives you a bit of insight to what we do with this insulation bag. This bag, guys, our oil bag, any oil appliances that we carry out, we don't like to mix because, again, oil, if you've worked in kerosene class C3, is a smelly fuel to work with. So the bag, we keep it clean, keep all the tools tidy, but we don't want to be going to customers' house with the service or the maintenance bag or the insulation, it's smelling of oil. So this comes out predominantly if we're doing oil only. Whip the bag up on the side, a couple of little tubes here just for the telegan. Again, it's a very sooty, can be dirty fuel to burn, so rather than damaging that's a telegan and photo, so we have an independent one for that. I think that there is just stuff for my firewall tester here, because it's different sizes, but we'll show you that inside when we get inside the bag with that one. Nothing in there. Open this one here, great little bit of kit this, you guys who do your oil will know about this. Pump gauge kit, testing the pressures, and positive and your negative. Bleed, different adapters and the hose as well. There is cheap ones on the market, I think this costs about £110. You can buy the set cheaper and stuff, but we've got the best one we could get. It's in a case, works well for us and does the job what we need it to do. You can smell the oil already, we've not even started. Whip this little bag open, bit of Loctite, just a handy one there again. Anything we're doing, done, nice and handy in the hand. Always, any engineers will always keep a few oil nozzles spare, so always keep a few oil nozzles, just general day-to-day nozzles. Again, whip these out. Tells you, replacing the oil nozzle, tells you what grade it is, what degree and what it is, and whipping the nozzle out, just show you quickly. They're just spares, usual day to day. If we do go to a boiler, we'll order the right one, but just keep a few spares, you never know, don't want to get caught off guard. Right, we open the back side of the bag, this is where most of the testing occurs. In here, smoke pump. This gets inserted into the flue. Before we put our telegan in with this fella, what we do is we do a smoke test, bit of paper in there, test it, and we're making sure that we're getting a smoke read of 1 or less. If it's darker, we will not put the telegan in, because if we do, it'll damage our telegan, expensive bit of kit, so that just blocks that out. Firewall tester. Again, any oil boiler needs a fire valve. If there's a fire in the property, it shuts the oil off to the boiler, obviously stops a bad scenario happening. Plug this in, put the power on, set what temperature you want. Once it's up to temperature, pop your probe in the side, it should reset the fire valve. That goes back to this little fella here, which if the fire valve is small and goes in there, and you can put reduced one in, conducts the heat correctly. Everything has your place in the bag, you can see. Quite sad, I know, but I know it all off by heart. I think I'll put the blindfolded and unpack these bags and put them back. So we open the front of the bag now. Bit tight and compact in there, but again we'll whip a few of the bits out. I'll show you what's what with this. So you can see here, with the barcode set in here, we'll look to land for fuel screwdrivers to see what's best. Obviously with the oil, and you can see just the dirtiness of the screwdrivers. Again, these are all just for oil, so it's just our oil set that we use. Good screwdriver set. We always have gloves on when the car works. For the barcode ratchet set, again, I've got one in the service maintenance, one for the oil as well. Mini wear Allen key set, coloured up, nice to go. Again, adjusting oil pressure or anything, handy little set, our go-to set if we need it. See if we can get that down a bit more. There we are, sorted. That's what that's. So again in here you can see the colour of that one, where the other spit all stripped out of the other bag. That's from just day-to-day cleaning. This is for servicing oil boilers. You can see the difference, hence why we do not want to contaminate all our tools and then be putting them in other people's houses. So that being oil, that being a customer's house, I don't think they'd be happy to start bushing white tops down with that one. Again, that's just for oil, cleaning the appliance out inside, bushing it down. Wire wool one, blast tubes, heat exchange, anything. It does get greasy, so that cleans it really well. Oil seal, I've not had to use this yet. It's specific sealing for oil, so you can't use the Laco Slick Tight on this one that we do use in other bags. This is for sealing oil compression joints. You can get this out now, it's a bit tight in there, but doesn't come out much. Again, multimeter, cheap chafe one, I think it's about, I don't know, £10 from Screwfix. Does what we want it to do. We can set it up and just do anything we need it to do, especially for testing homes or anything. Just have a little go-to one. Following uniform one from all of our bags, like Nipex is the brand. Nipex set there. Got the real little set as well, just again, oil gauge of anything, comes in really handy. Barcode spanners. Again, we didn't bother getting the rubber handles because what happens is the oil can adhere to the handles when you're picking them out or anything. It's all of us just keeping metal, end of a job, just wipe them down. Electrical connections in there, just for our multimeter gauge, just obviously testing, fluid tests and everything else. Capacity, should I say, sorry. Pop this one open. Extension kit, clean heat exchange out, all the adapters and stuff in there. Again, keep oils independent as going before in the video. Oil is very, very dirty fuel to burn, very greasy and smells, so you don't like to put it in nice people's houses. And that's nice and clean, getting it everywhere, so that's why it's just used on its own for oil. Going back to the smoke test that we said earlier, that's just our chart and stuff and the filter papers here. So we have our chart, follow instructions as to do, and now our little charcoal papers just to test colours and stuff. Keep all instructions for everything again. It's all expensive kit, so if anything goes wrong, we tend to supply it and we can get another one if need be. I think that's pretty much the oil bag run through. You can see how dirty it is inside the bag. Just looking at it, we do keep all our tools uniform and keep them clean. We have the Nipex, the barcode uniform for all the company, you know, but this bag was a new bag and it was clean, but it was red, it's all gone black, but use oil boilers are external on someone's utility, so it does sheet down, make sure we're all sheeted up properly and get the bag out. Right guys, on with the service maintenance bag now. This one gets ripped out if you've done any boiler repairs, any day-to-day repairs in a property, changing the radiator valve, anything like that. We've just seen in the previous video, we have the insulation bag. It's a bit bulky to get out. Some of the tools will get dirty, day-to-day knocking walls off the fault. So this bag's nice and clean. We open the front up, this little section here. Just our bunging kit. Again, on the Instagram the other day, showed you all that works. Safe drain open vent system down, bunging the coal feed, bunging the expansion, maintenance job, so nice and handy keeping little things like that in there. Spin the bag round to the side, boiler repairs, I've had these for a few as well, the old Offenbergers, long slotted and a positive screwdriver, getting inside the boiler, anything like that, these work well. Getting a bit dated, but had decent speed in the apprentice, so no issue place because he's still going strong. Bag here, for little things, got a spare plug in there if I'm ever doing a boiler breakdown and the controls or anything aren't working, or some things to fault down the line. Just to prove that the boiler is working, I will just wire it up on a flex lead, plug it in, prove all external controls aren't working, the boiler is. So just little tips and tricks there. A couple of box spanners again, radiator removal, back box spanners and stuff. Spin it around this side, what we've got in here, just a U-gauge tube, couple of Axor blades just for draining the system, for wiring side of things. U-gauge tube draining the boilers down or anything. Again, it's all in there, good to go, so it's all go-to bits then. In the front here, bit of silicone lubricant spray, PTFE, just in case we need it. As we open the front of the bag up, again it's a standard backpack. I've had this for a couple of years now. I've never had a problem with it, good bag, nice and light and wet as well. We can pop the front down like that. What I like about this bag, you can pull the interior out like that, and it opens up like that. Not much going on in here, because we don't actually need it, lots just for installation pairs basically. So again, the full screwdriver set as discussed, little knocky one, knocking bolster, pump nuts that jammed or anything, knock that on, knock them off, open up again, little toffee hammer there, you've seen I've got the S-Fin, actually little toffee hammer, nail clips, anything maintenance wise, just to give that a little knock if we need that. Big apexes in this bag, because we're on the maintenance side of this bit, sometimes things haven't been maintained for years, old nuts, bolts, pumps, spanners, anything, so this bigger, I think they're the 300mm long ones, give a bit more leverage in our jobs. Heavy barcode spanner here, leverage on the 250mm spanner, again the wider jaw going to 28mm, that's our day, so use your go-to spanner that one, but there's not much leverage because it's small that one, that's just for little nuts and drain offs and stuff. Pump across to the side, tap spanner removal, we've got the actual little elbows in there which the teeth grab on just to do that. That very rarely gets used again, never ever gets used, but it's just there in case we do need it. Pump spanner removal, boilers, rather than replacing the pump with the old nuts and stuff you can't get off bolts, we just whip the heads off, these are your pump spanners, undo these, head off, new head on, again just for a bit of leverage and stuff. Long nose pliers and wire snips again, just on our job, we don't want to be pulling pliers from other bags and stuff and messing stuff up, so that's all in there. Boiler pairs again, we have the mat, anything going on, drop that down the worktop, it can go on here, any parts that are getting refed, anything, do it and the customer sees that we're taking care, not damaging the worktops or anything. Come back inside the bag again, bit of a hose there, good hose, I think it's the monument hose, draining boilers down, if you've got a bigger attachment, we can just drain it to a bucket. You guys will know, ring spanner set to an open spanner, boiler repairs, anything, even going to the floor turbines and Ideologics are an absolute nightmare to get out. We can get our ring spanner in there, nice and tight, bit of leverage and get it off. Sometimes just having 2 faces as opposed, I think there's maybe 10 faces on there, gets more of a bite, so we've just got that set, keeping that little tube there, and just whip it out as we need to. Barcode ratchet set, again, 1/4 inch 25 piece set, there's everything we need in there, boiler repairs, breakdowns, anything, any nuts, bolts, star fixings, screws, anything, again, good tool, go-to set. We've got this from Screwfix, it's our multimeter, I think it was only about 12 quid. You can get expensive ones on the market, the Fluke ranges, which range from anything from 70 to a couple £100, but this does what we need. We switch it over, which need our readings, straight to the point, no aggro, happy with that one. Grease, you see we've got spray grease in the bottom. This silicone grease is specifically for O-rings and repairs on boilers. Again, Regan, really good stuff, use it all the time, so. Just a little box here. We do have actually I have about 10 assorted boxes in the van like this with everything in, but I just keep a few little bits in here. And always just a few little washers, few gas nipples, washers. These are a bit of a restock, a couple of thermistors. We'll be in that busy lately, it's not had time to restock, so we'll make sure that gets stocked up for the next one. And that's put all this back, that's the service bag done, guys. Gas service maintenance bag. Again, you've seen the other bags we have. Oil bag, service maintenance, insulation. This is just for servicing only, literally. Any gas appliances, gas test, commission on site, whip this bag out. What we found at the start, when I did start my career, I had one bag for everything, was a bit of a nightmare because you're pulling tools in, excessive weight load that were not needed when we're just doing one little job. Again, nice and light, robust bag. I think it's Rothenberg bag, this one. I've got this one given free with a blowtorch that I bought, but I've adapted it and it works really well for us doing servicing. Pretty straightforward things for any gas engine in here. The Region Premium 45 tube. We are LPG registered as well, so it works in excess of 37.5 millibar, what we require. Really good bit of kit. If you've got the glass ones, you'll find you have to fill it up all the time. With these, put the liquid in, leave it, straight away, good to go to every time. Kane 456 Telegram, great bit of kit again, use this all the time, anything for oil, LPG or gas. Going back to the testing the oil with this one, that's why we do the smoke test first, because we test everything with this and we don't want to get damaged. Anton gas sniffer, again with it being the gas bag, if we have any job, customer says they can smell gas. We do have leak detector, but we find it's a lot quicker with this bag. Whipping it out, as soon as you find the gas leak, what you'll see, little red light on there. When this picks up and detects gas and it needs calibrating every year, gas picks up, gas off. A lot more sensitive than just looking for bubbles. You can walk on site with that, put it on the floorboards, little hatches, and away we go. Just our Telegram adapter, again, that's just a nozzle, does all tests, all the fumes and everything else, everything's on there that we need. Servicing brush, a couple of screwdrivers what we need. We don't tend to have no spanners or spanners or glanders in here. I carry them in my pocket all the time, that's more than likely enough to what I need. If I need a spanner, I'll just whip one out the service maintenance bag. Just got a charger in there for the Telegram. Final assembly, whipping any boils out on the general service. We also quite a bit on the fan oil, the fan should I say assembly, just to keep it quiet and keep it running smoothly. Leak detector, screw fixes own brand again. We also use the spray cans that sprayed, but found that was using a lot of it. Going through it like there's no oxygen, no control on spraying it with this. Nice and easy, quick little squirt. Done. Picking the leak up. I think shoe covers, servicing someone's house always. We don't take shoes off, health and safety. We all wear steel toe caps. Can never be too safe. These cost about £3 for 100 of them. Keep them in there, pop a new pair whenever you go in someone's houses, and customers love that because it's just being courtesy to the properties. You wouldn't want to walk in someone's house with muddy boots and stuff. So, final thing we have in here, branding for the company. So we've covered out any boiler, appliance, service, install or anything. Put one of these on, got all our details on, number, email, service record, filled out every year. Customers happy and know where they're at with it. Thanks for watching, guys. We've ran 4 oil bags as requested. Service bag, service maintenance, oil bag, installation bag. Check out all the channels, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Caprani Club Meeting. Go have a look, like and subscribe.